In 1964, due to Malaysia's increasing industrial development, there was a need to adopt the principles of standardization. Thus, the government of Malaysia established a National Standards Organisation. The Standards Institution of Malaysia, SIM, was established under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The Standards Act No. 76, 1966 was passed in the Parliament in October 1966, making SIM the national standards body. The Standards Institution of Malaysia, SIM, is governed by the Standards Council, which comprises representatives of government, ministries, trade, commerce and manufacturers associations, scientific research and professional bodies, labour and consumers organisations. Yang Mulia Raja Tan Sri Mohar Raja Badio Zaman has been appointed as chairman of the Standards Council, and Dr. Leong Kwok On became the director of SIM as well as secretary to the council. The SIM certification mark, the logo design of which was obtained through a competition held in 1969, was inaugurated in July 1970 by the Honourable Minister of Commerce and Industry, Encik Muhammad Khair Johari. The National Action Council decided that SIM be merged with the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research, NISIR, to form the Standards and Industrial Research Institute of Malaysia, Sirim. On September 16, 1975, Sirim became a statutory body under the Ministry of Science, Technology and Environment by the Sirim Incorporation Act 1975. With the merger, Sirim has expanded its scope of operations in line with the rapid industrialization of Malaysia. The year dawned well for Sirim with the official opening of the Sirim complex at Shah Alam on 9th March 1977 by His Royal Highness Almarhum Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah, Ibni Almarhum Sultan Hishamuddin Alam Shah Al-Haj, Sultan of Selangor, attended by his consort, Her Royal Highness Almarhum Tunku Ampuan Selangor, the Raja Muda of Selangor and the Raja Puan Muda of Selangor. The occasion was truly meaningful as it coincided with the 51st birthday of His Royal Highness. Also present during the auspicious occasion were the Honourable Minister of Science, Technology and the Environment, Yang Berhormat Tan Sri Ong Ki Hui, and the Menteri Besar of Selangor, Yang Berhormat Datuk Hormat Rafi. The newly opened 25-acre Sirim complex, standing at the very entrance into Shah Alam, comprises 5 main blocks housing the administrative, standards, electrical and electronics, mechanical and civil engineering, and chemical activities of the Institute. Surrounded by lush grounds on all sides, there is ample space for future expansion of buildings, laboratories, and pilot plant studies. Professor Chin Fun Ki, Chairman of Sirim Council, welcomed Encik Abdullah Muhammad Yusof as the new controller of Sirim, which was previously held by Encik Muhammad Hashim Sam Abdullah Latif. During the year, the designs for the conformity and safety marks, together with the terms and conditions governing the use, were approved by the Standards Committee. Until the conformity was introduced, manufacturers awarded certificates of conformity did not have any mark to denote the products were in compliance with standards. As an audit precaution to control certified products and minimize imitation, the use of Sirim security labels was introduced during the early part of the year. The use of security is initially confined to safety items like protective helmets for motorcyclists, seat belts for motorists, ballasts and luminaires. 1991 was the first year Sirim operated with additional resources provided under the restructuring which came into effect on 1 January 1990. Throughout the various initiatives and policy developments of the Institute designed to convert Malaysia into an industrial nation, one message was loud and clear: Sirim must adapt and provide scientific and technological leadership in a changing national and global environment. The rapidly changing market needs resulting from the accelerating national industrialization and globalization of markets called for the amendment of the Sirim Incorporation Act 1975, which was approved by Parliament, that came into effect on 24 July 1993, allowing Sirim to undertake commercial operations through the formation of joint venture or wholly owned subsidiaries, replaced the 24-member Sirim Council with a 13-member Sirim Board, which enables greater accountability and efficiency and further strengthen the linkages between Sirim and the industry. On September 1st, 1996, under the Companies Act, Sirim was corporatized as Sirim Berhad, which vested the company with all the rights and privileges.
I first joined the National Institute of Scientific Industrial Research way back in 1973, and when Sirim was established in 1975, I joined the group and was posted to the electrical laboratories. I retired in 2004 after being in Sirim for 31 years. And during my years in Sirim, I find it very interesting and challenging because Sirim, being a new organization, is evolving very fast. That was in 1996 when Sirim was corporatized. We were also allowed to establish subsidiaries, and one of it is Sirim Qas.
I started working in Sirim in June of 1980. At that time, we were still a relatively small organization. We were the national standards body then. We were the national standards body until 1996. When I joined Sirim in 1980, my colleagues at that time were eminent people such as Dato' Mariani Muhammad, Dato' Aziz Mat, all of whom went up to become to occupy senior positions. Both of them became Director Generals of the Department of Standards Malaysia later. When I started in management systems in the late 80s and early 90s, we were only offering one management certification scheme, and that was the Quality Management System Certification Scheme based on ISO 9001.
I joined in 1978 when it was first started as a research officer. At that time, all the what they call the graduate was employed as a research officer, and they are placed in different sections of Sirim. I was placed under the electrical and electronic section, and I was placed in the testing lab.
In March 1997, Sirim Qas Sdn Berhad was established as a wholly owned subsidiary of Sirim Berhad. This enabled Sirim Qas to focus on specific requirements that complies to the guidelines by the International Standardization for Organization (ISO). In December 2002, Sirim Qas changed its name to Sirim Qas International Sdn Berhad to expand its services globally. In March 2003, Sirim Qas International introduced its new logo. Sirim Qas International has consolidated its position as the leading certification, inspection and testing service provider in Malaysia. We provide the widest range of services and ensuring continuous improvement in service quality.
At that time, there was not many labs in the electrotechnical section, but it has expanded to become quite a big one. And I feel that one of the greatest achievements of the electrotechnical testing section is when I applied for a JICA, which is Japan International Cooperation Agency's assistant, to bring our standards higher, to be recognized internationally. That is to join the IEC CB scheme. For the new, whatever the present staff in the electrotechnical testing section, my advice is that they must follow closely to the quality system develops and get known to the standards of the product, well understanding the product and test methods, so that we can achieve the accreditation that is required, which is ensure the quality of the test result, so that it can be accepted all over the world.
The thing that I have got from Sirim is that I think you have very good teamwork here. The staff are very dedicated. They work as a team, and with that we achieve a lot of things. As I mentioned just now, my TED project was successful because of teamwork. But I think the Sirim, as far as Sirim Qas International, I think the sky is the limit. Because when you go on globalization, there's free trade, a lot of products going here and there. I think the role of Sirim Qas International will be very important. So as far as Sirim Qas International, there are a lot of opportunities to grow.
Over the years, management system business has grown by leaps and bounds. We now have close to 20 different management system certification schemes of various types. I was always very proud of working for Sirim because Sirim was and continues to be a highly reputable national organization. People in the country have always and continue to associate quality with Sirim Qas International.
I've always had this vision about Sirim being the foremost, leading or synonymous with quality and standard. I always visualize this situation or one day that people or industry come to Sirim. Not because the regulation says you got to come to Sirim, not because the law requires you to come to Sirim. They come to Sirim because they really want to come to Sirim to get their products certified so that they have this comfort that their services and products, up to international standards or above. So that's how I visualize Sirim one day should be.